Order in the court.
I have another verdict watch here today. This happened on February 1st, 2022. Jose Manuel Guzman, 32 years old. He is from Guatemala. He is a legal U.S. resident. New York Post says he isn't a U.S. citizen, but he is a legal U.S. resident. But he has lived in El Paso since he was 3 years old, so he's mainly been in the United States all his life. Guzman is also a known drug dealer who has previous cases, including a case in 2017 where he is accused of breaking a man's arm with a baseball bat and smashing his car windows out. He had previous family violence and drug possessions as well. So he has a little bit of a lengthy background history. It wasn't until recently that he had found out that he had a sister in Guatemala, and her name is Carla Mariela Mariquin Chavez de Ortiz. Not only did she start living with him when she came to America, but they actually was involved in a sexual incestuous relationship in which Guzman says that he was in love with his sister. Now, I must say again, because I do forget, everything in this video is alleged, and any opinions in this video is solely the opinions of just me. So now we're at the point where he met his sister, and it was recently that the article states, and I'm putting the articles I used in a description box if you would like to reread them. But he met his sister and they started up a sexual relationship. I don't know how soon they met each other, but it just says recently. And already they were involved in with each other sexually. I also listened to an interview of Guzman's ex-girlfriend on YouTube. And basically, I'm using my words, but listening to the interview, she basically said that he was jealous, controlling, and overbearing. And it even got to the point where she felt that something was going to happen, that he was going to end up hurting somebody, or even perhaps something much worse by the way that she knew her ex-boyfriend was, and she feels that she kind of escaped literally with her life, and that interview is on YouTube. Now, Guzman, who's in this sexual relationship with his sister, and they feel that, well, he feels that he loved her. We don't know how she feels, though, but he feels that he was in love with her. Guzman found out that his sister had been intimate with another man, and he ended up punching her so hard that her tooth had fell out her mouth. The physical situation escalated even more to where he started to beat her with an electric hand massager and a baseball bat. He claims that he even tried to perform CPR on her because she was not breathing. Instead of dialing 911, he called his mother, who is the mother of both Guzman and Carla de Ortiz. She's the mother of both these two people. And he calls her and he tells his mother, whatever it is, he tells his mother. The mother grows very concerned. She tries to, call him back and text him, and he's not responding. So the mother has the police go over to the home to do a welfare check on her children. When they get there, I think there's a laundry basket outside and a baseball bat outside the apartment, and they go in and they find this woman in the apartment, de Ortiz, and she is deceased at this point, and they say it appears that, someone had tried to clean up this crime scene. matching a few other little side stories I read. However, he ended up turning himself in one article. In another article, he turned himself in at his mother's house. He said he was there and they came and got him. I don't know exactly how he turned himself in, but he did call and turn himself in. So, I mean, just a very terrible story. You know, this mother, she has 2 children. I don't know if she knew that they were in a incestuous sexual relationship, but to know that your son has killed your daughter over his jealousy of a relationship that he shouldn't have even been having with her. She shouldn't have been having with him neither. I mean, they say very little on the articles I've said. Maybe this is a somewhat newer story and they can't put everything out. I couldn't even really find a picture of Carla Marila Marroquin Chavez de Ortiz. I couldn't even really find a picture of her and really get her age. I don't know if she was buried here or sent back to Guatemala. I know nothing. I am going to look most definitely into this case a little bit more. And I'm going to definitely do maybe a part 2 if I can find any more information on Carla. But right now, it's basically Guzman. He's going to go down for murdering his sister. I also had heard that Carla wasn't doing well with living with this man. He was very controlling, didn't want her to go anywhere, stopped her from wearing certain clothing such as shorts, you know, always wanted her in pants and always wanted her home and didn't want her to have her cell phone on her. So not only was he a controlling brother, he was her boyfriend too, and very controlling and very overbearing, again, to the point where he ended up doing this. Very, very, very sad story. And, you know, things were just getting worse, you know? I mean, as the time goes, it just gets worse. And all the stories I see, I'm like, wow, I have so many stories to post. And it takes a minute to do this because this is a one-man thing going on here. But I mean, these are the ones that I've posted recently. You know, these are kind of newer stories, but terrible, terrible. You know, so justice for Carla de Ortiz. Rest in peace, Carla. And I hope the family, you know, can have some kind of comfort in knowing that at least he's in jail. But gosh, what kind of comfort do you have knowing your son might be in prison for the rest of his life for killing your daughter, right? It's not that much comfort, is it?